Have you ever come home after a long day and felt that the air at your doorstep was heavy, even though everything seemed peaceful? As if something was waiting there, watching you, yet you couldn't tell where it came from. And the frightening part is, the cause isn't anything big or visible, but the very plants you've planted right in front of your house. Today, I'm going to show you 9 types of plants you should never plant in front of your home. Plants that may seem harmless, yet carry energies of loss, separation, and misfortune. If you care about feng shui, spiritual energy, and peace in your life, hit subscribe right now so you won't miss any videos that help you protect your space and your own flow of prosperity. Before we begin, take a moment to affirm, I am protecting my home with light and abundance. This statement will help you open the flow of bright energy before we step together into the very first part. Below are 9 types of plants that should absolutely not be planted in front of your house if you want to keep peace and prosperity for your home. 1. Jackfruit tree, the dark energy hidden beneath the thick leaves. Jackfruit trees are often planted in the countryside, with wide canopies, thick leaves, and heavy fruits. Many people think that the jackfruit tree symbolizes abundance, but in feng shui, it carries heavy, humid, and static energy, which is not good for the area in front of the house. The thick foliage blocks light and wind, stopping the flow of yang energy, representing luck and vitality. Jackfruit trees have deep roots, thick trunks, and long lifespans. According to feng shui beliefs, they retain old energy, making the house stagnant and gloomy. Under the jackfruit's shade, cool and damp air gathers, especially at night, creating a heavy and lifeless feeling. In ancient belief, this place easily attracts wandering spirits because jackfruit trees grow densely, creating dark and quiet spaces, ideal environments for yin energy to accumulate. In addition, when jackfruit fruits ripen and fall, if not cleaned up in time, they quickly rot, producing a strong smell that attracts insects, considered a sign of bad luck. If your house has a jackfruit tree right at the entrance, observe whether that space feels dark, damp, or uncomfortable. If it does, trim the leaves or move the tree to a more open place. When light and wind return, positive energy will also come back, bringing peace and good luck to your home. 2. Cactus, the thorn wall of misfortune. Cactus symbolizes strong vitality, able to survive in dry deserts. Therefore, many people think planting cactus in front of the house helps protect and bring positive energy. But in feng shui, its sharp shape creates a source of piercing energy, called sha qi. The small thorns pointing outward are like thousands of invisible arrows aimed at the energy flowing into the house. When placed right at the entrance, cactus unintentionally becomes a wall of energy, blocking luck and opportunities from coming to you. Although its purpose is to ward off negativity, this plant also prevents good energy from staying. Houses with cactus at the door often feel cold, isolated, and family members easily become tense or argue. In energy terms, cactus emits a defensive frequency that keeps people closed off and resistant to new things. However, cactus can still have positive meaning if placed correctly, such as on the balcony, sunny corners, or in offices where focus is needed. But in front of the house, where soft light and welcoming energy are required, it should not appear. Replace it with round, soft-leaved plants such as money tree, pothos, or peace lily. Plants that bring warm, friendly energy and attract wealth. When the entrance becomes lighter and brighter, your home will truly be a place that welcomes happiness and peace. 3. Willow tree, the flow of sadness. Drifting away. The willow tree has a slender trunk and long drooping leaves, which sway like flowing water in the wind. Its beauty makes many people love, and plant it in front of the house for a gentle and poetic feel. But in feng shui, the willow is not a symbol of luck. Its drooping shape symbolizes energy flowing away, meaning wealth, opportunities, and happiness cannot stay long. In Eastern culture, Willow also represents separation. The image of willow branches seeing someone off is associated with sadness and loss. Therefore, planting willow right at the door is like inviting sorrow to leave the house, taking good energy with it. The low drooping branches make the area around the door dark, damp, and cold, an ideal environment for yin energy to gather. A house with a large willow tree in front often makes residents feel tired, unmotivated, or moody without knowing why. The entrance of the house needs yang energy, light, movement, and vitality. The willow, with its soft and calm energy, should be placed far from the main door, such as near a small pond or at the end of the garden. There, it symbolizes tranquility, balance, and letting go of the past. But in front of the house, you should choose plants that grow upward, such as palm, bamboo, or lucky bamboo, symbols of hope, prosperity, and renewal. When you change the tree, you also change the way energy flows into your life. 4. Banyan tree, the root of wandering souls. The banyan tree symbolizes greatness, endurance, and longevity. It can live for hundreds of years, providing wide shade and deep roots spreading through the ground. But in feng shui, that very strength gives it energy that is too heavy for an ordinary home. Its dense leaves and large roots suffocate the earth, blocking natural energy flow. When planted in front of the house, the banyan becomes an invisible wall that blocks the flow of good energy, where light and fortune should enter. Ancient people believed that banyan trees were homes for wandering spirits. Therefore, you often see them near temples or shrines, places that are still rather than active. In such places, the still energy maintains balance, but in a house, it makes the atmosphere heavy, cold, and gloomy. When a large banyan stands in front of the door, sunlight and wind can hardly pass through, reducing yang energy. Gradually, not only the surroundings, but also the residents' spirits become tired, slow, and uninspired. Banyan roots grow deep and spread wide, which can crack floors, tilt walls, or damage entrances. In feng shui, this is considered a sign of foundation breaking, both physically and spiritually. The banyan is only suitable for sacred places or large courtyards, not for the house entrance, where light, breeze, and movement are needed. If you have a banyan tree in front of your house, consider moving or replacing it with a smaller, airy tree. A bright entrance with open airflow, that is the true path for prosperous energy to enter. 5. Fern, the dampness of yin energy. Ferns often grow in wet, shady, and soft soil. According to feng shui, places that lack light easily accumulate yin energy. Ferns look green and soft, but they carry heavy and slow vibrations. When planted in front of the house, an area that needs to welcome light and yang energy, ferns absorb moisture, retain cold air, and make the space gloomy and lifeless. Ancient people considered ferns plants of the shadows. They often grow around old wells, damp walls, or neglected land, places where energy has stagnated for a long time. If your house has many ferns growing naturally, it shows high humidity and weak yang energy. This affects not only the living environment, but also the human spirit. You may feel tired, sad, or unable to sleep deeply when the yin energy around the house becomes excessive. Ferns also reproduce very quickly. If not controlled, they will spread everywhere, covering the ground and blocking sunlight. In feng shui, this symbolizes stagnation, blockage, and loss of motivation. A garden with too many ferns may look green, but makes the air stand still, unable to circulate. If you love this plant, place it in a cool corner of the garden or in small pots on the balcony, never in front of the main door. The area that welcomes guests and energy should always be bright, dry, and breezy. When that space becomes open, you will immediately feel the difference: a lighter spirit, flowing fortune, and a home that seems to breathe better. 6. Mulberry tree. the symbol of mourning and separation. The mulberry tree is a familiar plant, with green leaves and a small trunk, often used to raise silkworms. However, in Eastern culture, the word mulberry sounds similar to the word mourning, meaning grief and loss. Therefore, this tree is considered a symbol of separation, sadness, and misfortune. Although it can repel negative energy, when placed in front of the house, the place that receives good energy, it prevents yang energy from entering, like a curtain separating light from darkness. According to ancient feng shui, the mulberry tree carries very strong yin energy. It absorbs bad energy from the surroundings, but if placed in the wrong spot, it directly brings that yin energy into the house. A home with a large mulberry tree at the entrance often feels cold, isolated, and lifeless. Even if the interior is bright or beautifully decorated, the air still feels heavy, as though something is holding it back. Some people believe that the mulberry tree can ward off wandering spirits. This is true, but only if the tree is placed at the edge of the land or far from living areas. When planted in front of the house, that meaning reverses. Its protective energy becomes a force that pushes yang energy away. That is why, in feng shui, the mulberry tree is considered the door that closes fortune. If you want to maintain peace, avoid planting this tree at the front. Instead, choose plants with gentle and bright energy, such as bamboo, palm, or gold coin tree, species that attract vitality and prosperity. The area in front of your house is where good energy first touches you, and you must keep it open, light, and bright. When light floods in, all good luck will naturally find its way to you. 7. Claystocolix tree, the sign of withered fortune. The claystocolix tree is a familiar one, with green leaves and a small trunk, often used to make detoxifying drinks. However, according to feng shui, it should not be planted in front of the house. This is a moisture-loving species that only thrives near ponds or lakes, where the soil is soft and rich in water. When planted in dry areas like the front yard, it easily withers, dries up, or dies. In feng shui belief, an image of a withered tree at the entrance symbolizes depleted energy and declining fortune. A weak or dying claystocolix tree at your doorway is like a warning that good luck is leaving. When life energy is blocked, the house loses its freshness. The air becomes heavy, less breezy, and the residents often feel tired or unfocused. Yang energy, representing wealth and vitality, needs light and movement, but this tree makes the space static and lifeless. In addition, when its leaves and branches dry, their pungent smell makes the front area even more damp and cold, an unfavorable factor in feng shui. If you have this tree in front of your house, observe it carefully. If it looks weak or does not grow well, replace it with a plant carrying brighter energy, like bamboo, palm, or small flowering plants. The entrance should always look softly green, full of light and natural breeze. When you reopen that space, you reopen the door for luck and vitality to return to your home. 8. Cypress tree, the symbol of the spirit world and shadows. The cypress tree has a straight trunk, dark green leaves, and a long lifespan. It is often planted in cemeteries or memorial sites, as ancient people believed that cypress symbolizes the eternal life of the soul. Because of that, in feng shui, it carries still, cold, and heavy energy, suitable for resting places, but not for living spaces. When planted in front of a house, it brings the atmosphere of the spirit world, making the surroundings gloomy, cold, and lifeless. The cypress's dense and tall foliage easily blocks sunlight, the precious yang energy every home needs. When sunlight cannot reach the main entrance, the house gradually loses its warmth, and those living inside often feel lonely, sad, or tired without knowing why. The cool, damp air beneath the cypress also traps positive energy, causing fortune to stagnate. In feng shui, the cypress is seen as the gatekeeper of the spirit realm, suitable for sacred places not for spaces that welcome good energy. If you have a large cypress tree in front of your house, notice how you feel when walking past it. You may sense stillness, heaviness, and excessive quietness. Those are signs of surrounding yin energy. Replace the cypress with a softer, brighter plant such as bamboo, pagoda flower, or palm to balance the energy. When light is restored, you will feel warmth, ease, and peace filling your home once again. 9. Flame tree or poinsettia, the red hue of conflict and dispute. The flame tree and poinsettia are two species with brilliant red blossoms, often seen as symbols of passion, success, and good fortune. However, in feng shui, when the color red appears in the wrong place, especially at the entrance, it takes on a completely different meaning. Red is the color of strong yang energy, of fire, of intensity. When this fiery energy is too strong at the main entrance, it no longer brings good luck, but becomes a source of conflict and instability. A house with bright red flame trees or poinsettias blooming at the door often feels tense and overheated. Family members tend to argue more easily and struggle to remain calm. In feng shui, this is known as excess fire energy. When the fire element exceeds balance, disrupting the harmony between yin and yang. Moreover, red also symbolizes separation, like the season of flame flowers is the season of farewells, carrying feelings of sadness and loss. If you love the color red, let it appear in small spaces, such as potted plants, curtains, or interior decor, rather than having a whole canopy of red flowers covering the entrance. This area should feel light, bright, with soft greens or gentle yellows, colors that stabilize energy and attract fortune. When red is used properly, it brings passion and vitality, but when misplaced, it burns away peace. And the front door is the one place where serenity must always be preserved. The 9 plants above share one common trait. They absorb yang energy, retain yin energy, and block the path of prosperity. When they appear in front of your home, they not only affect feng shui, but also create a sense of heaviness and imbalance in your emotions. Observe your house carefully. If you have any of these plants, don't underestimate their effect. You may be unintentionally nurturing an energy source that prevents good fortune from returning. After understanding the kinds of plants that bring heavy and stagnant energy, the next important step is knowing how to restore vitality to your home. Feng shui is not only about avoiding the bad, it is the art of inviting the good. When you choose the right plants, your home becomes brighter, more open, and filled with positive energy. If the area in front of your house feels heavy, dark, or cold, start by clearing fallen leaves and cutting away dry branches so that sunlight and natural wind can flow through. Then, replace unsuitable plants with those that carry yang energy, light, fresh, and vibrant. The gold coin tree is an excellent choice for prosperity. Its pinkish-red blossoms do not carry intense energy, but instead symbolize luck and stability. Bamboo or ornamental bamboo represents resilience and peace. Their straight, hollow, and flexible stems allow energy to circulate freely, bringing a sense of calm and clarity. Palm trees symbolize purity. Their slender trunks allow sunlight to reach your space, enhancing yang energy and keeping your surroundings bright. If you love gentle fragrances, pagoda flowers or jasmine are wonderful options. Their soft scent soothes the mind while attracting the energy of love and harmony into your family. Remember, every plant has its own soul. They reflect the kind of energy you carry within. When you care for them with love and gratitude, they respond with vitality and good fortune. But if you let them wither, gather dust, and forget them, positive energy will leave as well. When you choose a plant, choose with your heart. The one that makes you feel calm, secure, and warm when you look at it, that is the right plant for your home. A garden, no matter how small, if filled with love and clean energy, is enough to open the door to peace and prosperity. Choosing the right kind of tree is only one part of feng shui. The way you plant it, the position you place it, and the energy you put into it are what truly determine the fortune of the house. The area in front of the door is considered the mouth of the house, where good energy enters and nourishes everyone inside. Therefore, arranging plants here must be careful, harmonious, and bright. First, choose trees that match the direction of your house. If your house faces west, where it receives a lot of sun and heat, you should plant trees with thin canopies and bright flowers like hibiscus or sunflower to balance the energy. If your house faces north, choose trees with strong vitality and thick leaves to keep warmth and increase yang energy. The east or south direction is suitable for tall, soft, and light plants, such as palm, bamboo, or jasmine. Each direction has its own energy, and trees are the tools that help you adjust it. Second, avoid planting trees that block the main door. No matter how beautiful a tree is, if it stands right in front of the door, it will block light and wind, two elements that represent the flow of luck. A large tree standing in the middle of the door acts like a wall that blocks good energy, making the house heavy and confined. Keep the main door open, bright, facing a wide space, or some low, airy potted plants. Third, avoid plants with sharp thorns. In feng shui, objects with pointed tips represent sharp energy, easily causing instability and conflict. If you love roses, a plant with thorns, choose climbing roses, planted along the side or fence, not right in front of the door. Fourth, do not let the canopy be too wide or too dense. Large trees with thick canopies make the area in front of the door lack light and reduce vitality. If you love shade trees, prune them regularly so the energy can still circulate. Finally, the number of trees is also important. Avoid planting only one big tree in front of the house because it symbolizes loneliness. Plant in pairs, symbolizing balance and harmony, or in odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, symbolizing growth. Whatever tree you choose, the most important thing is to take care of them regularly. Healthy trees, green leaves, and clean soil. That is the sign of living energy spreading around you. A beautiful garden in front of the house is not just for viewing. It is a mirror that reflects your energy. When you keep it bright, neat, and full of vitality, you are inviting prosperity, health, and peace into your home. Every house has its own soul. The trees in front of the door are not only scenery, but also the guardians of energy, deciding what you welcome and what you keep. When you choose the right tree and care for it with love and awareness, the house will become a place where light and peace are always filled. Sometimes, just changing a tree, trimming a branch, or cleaning a few dry leaves, you have already renewed the fortune of your family. Energy does not come from far away. It flows from your heart and attention every day. If you feel something good from this video, click subscribe to continue receiving more shares about feng shui, energy, and peace. And leave a positive affirmation below. I am opening the door of my house to welcome light, luck, and love in. Just say that with faith, and you have already started the journey of changing your own energy.